Good evening. Oh my gosh. That looks horrible. Hold on. Let me get it in my hair. Hi, Teresa. So what looks suspicious is actually wax. I was yep. I was making candles today. And I keep finding wax everywhere. I was trying to push the candles down into the big thingy, and I pushed it too hard, and wax went all over the place. And I had wax on my glasses. Thank God it didn't get in my eyes. All these. Anyhow, hi everybody. Everybody's. I don't get on in the evening very often, do I? But here I am. I am. Breathing. It burped. I pushed the soy down into the wet wax, and the wet wax splashed up into my face. So I'm very lucky that I didn't really hurt myself. But it could have been a waxing accident. Doesn't sound fun, does it? A waxing accident. So hello, how are you this evening? Of course, my phone's going to go off now. My husband's wondering if I bought turkeys. 8 turkeys, my love. 8 turkeys. If he would just get on and watch live, he'd know that I got 8 turkeys. Right? Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to do one thing. Oh, gosh. I got essential oils in my eyeballs. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been industrious. So industrious. So why are we industrious? I'm always trying to be industrious, right? Hi, everybody. So this weekend is, of course, solar eclipse weekend. So we have intention candles. We're making intention candles one day. And one day we're doing moon water. We have rock painting. So it's like a make and take weekend. What else we have going on? Angel art going on a whole other day. So we have all these things going on along. I'm so sorry, Nia. I'm sorry. I didn't realize your father passed away. Condolences. Condolences. Look at Mr. Fry telling me to watch my tone. Anyhow, so we have all these things going on, and I have made 75 candles in the last 2 days. And they smell great. And a customer walked in. She walked in. She was leaning there. She was talking to me, and I thought, man, she smells really good. I wonder what perfume she has on. And she goes, "You smell amazing. What are you wearing?" And I went, "No, I thought it was you." And then I realized that I'm wearing a combination of lavender, lemongrass, cedar, and peppermint. Anyhow, okay. So how is your guys' day? Are you guys prepared for the weekend that's coming up? Just finding something fun to do, something relaxing. What you guys up to? Okay. We're going to do some reading. People saw me pick up the Truly and they're like, "Oh my God, what is she doing?" I'm relaxing after a hard day, and I happen to do it right here with you guys. So today was exhausting. Hopefully this weekend is full of relaxation. You're coming to do a candle, right, Teresa? That's awesome. The weather has been miserable. We were forecasted some really horrible storms yesterday, and they happened to go on by us, and we didn't have them. So that's great. Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about what are we going to do this evening. My family's having a cookout this weekend to celebrate your birthday, which is on Sunday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We're so glad you came. Okay, hi, Gloria. All right. If you're new, don't hide or lurk. At least give us a hello. I'm new. Nobody's gonna. We don't grill anybody. I swear, we're really kind of nice. So, anyhow, off we go. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room so I can see who is here? Can everybody share to a relevant group, not Knitters Anonymous, please? We have had rainbows in our area since the storms are here in Ohio. Yeah, Laura, the storms are just everywhere, aren't they? Hi, Haley. Yeah, the storms are just everywhere. They've just been, Ohio is one storm after another. We were out feeding horses and it started raining. I'm like, come on. Come on. All right, let's see. Let's see. You're on tornado watch. Oh, be careful, Lisa. Hey, Caitlin. Was hailing and Brian. Richie said, no, Glenn said it was hailing while he was doing mail today. Okay, let's do this. Billion. It's Billion. The crowd goes wild. Chelsea Hunter's from England. It's late there, Chelsea. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So what were the blackbirds? Oh, honey, the blackbirds were a hybrid type of turkey that are slow growers and just fancy birds. And I'm like, no, we want to eat them. We don't want them to be slow growing. Anyways, so I didn't get this. Okay, let's move on. Let us pull a card and let's see where we're gonna. I feel like I'm gonna do this one. Thank you guys for sharing out. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So what do we have going on? In the description, you will find the information on the cruise. Of course, we have a cruise that's going out December 8th. If you're new to the broadcast, which I haven't been on very much lately, it's been a little bit of a crazy house here. But we do have a cruise going out December 8th. I'm a speaker on the cruise, and it is going to be a metaphysical cruise. Of course, the whole cruise isn't, but we have our group of people that are. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. And it's not just my mystical lifers. There's something like 20 other speakers. It is just truly, truly an amazing cruise. It is the first metaphysical cruise Sam and I went on to. It's the same company that we went on 5 years ago. We went for our 30th wedding anniversary, and I can't believe it's been 5 years since that we took that cruise. It's truly, but it's a really fun cruise. We're going to go to the Mayan ruins. So if you guys want information on that, it leaves out of Galveston. It's leaving out of Galveston. So, and it's on Royal Caribbean. Absolutely. Okay, so lots of fun. Today's card. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. So we're going to talk about release. What a pretty card. What a pretty card. You must have gotten married as a baby. We were 18. We were 18 when we actually ran off and got married. We have that story. Yeah. We went to the courthouse and got married. All by ourselves. Release. So why is this like a really important card? This is an important card. Look at Toothless over here. See him glaring? Look at him glaring. It's an important card because of the eclipse we have coming up. It does not matter whether you are in the totality of the eclipse or not, right? There's still an eclipse going over the United States, it's just a really great event that's not going to happen. Did I see that it's not going to happen again until 2099? Did I see that somewhere? Can somebody fact check that for me? But this particular eclipse is about release. It is about letting things go. So let's talk about some of the things that you want to do during that day. Now, this is Monday. It'll happen. It goes over the United States like in the course of 3 hours. Good Lord, I think. It hits us at 3:11 in the afternoon and will be done at 3:13, which is actually a pretty long eclipse. We're not in the middle of the path, but it's an important card to come up because releasing is what we're going to do. You should not be trying to do anything like, don't put your crystals out in this eclipse. It's not what this is for. This is for just sitting and being still and looking inside and releasing and relaxing and letting go of the internal things. And since antiquity, they've not done things like eating. They don't eat during the eclipse. People don't eat. They don't put out their crystals. They don't try to do manifestation spells, anything like that. It's time to sit down and just relax and think about what you need to let go. Okay, that's what you should be doing during the eclipse. So that's a really good card to come up. What do you guys plan on doing for the eclipse? It is one of those things that, seriously, I am not coming over there right now. Come here. Come here. Kitty, kitty, come here. I'm not going to the door. I appreciate your sentiments, but come over here. Oh, God, I got to put the cat out. God. You'll just get loud and obnoxious. Go on. Go. This is not the time to think. We're not going to stop and be like, maybe I don't want to go out now. Yeah, you're going out now. I have gotten up. You're going out. So it's a great day. Monday is a wonderful day to figure out what you sit in retrospect and think of the things that are not serving you anymore that you can let go of. Oh, another really great card. Really beautiful card. I did this the other day, sat in my power. How many of you on here know how to sit in your own power? How many people sit in your own power? Hi, Shubli. Does anybody know that practice? I'm sure people do. I'm sure people do. Sitting in your own power is part of feeling your own energy, being aware of your own energy. You know, it depends on what you're doing with it intention-wise as well. Because if you're sitting there and you're intending to sit in your own power and contact spirits on the outside of your energetic bubble, great, right? That's what you're going to have happen. But if you're going to sit in your own power and do that introspect and try to figure out what you need to let go, that's really important. It's great. It's great time for you. We all need to have time for ourselves, right? Hi, Deborah. Sam and I are going to take time for ourselves tomorrow night. And I feel so guilty doing it. We have a friend, she messaged me today and she's like, hey, I'm going to be in town tomorrow night. Meet us in Toledo if you want to. And my son's playing at a restaurant, you know, come sit. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. We have this event coming up in 2 days. I can't take time off. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can. So we are actually going to dinner tomorrow night, which is so on me because I'm normally like, nope. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. And what is that? I'm trying to make sure I take time for me. Okay, so let's have a whoop whoop in the room. Let's have a whoop whoop in the room. Yeah, absolutely, Katrina. Okay. Chelsea Hunter. I know, Heather. I'm so excited. Heather's coming to spend all day Sunday at the shop. So excited. Does that mean you're staying for table tipping, right, too, Heather? Right. I believe we talked about that. It's like, what do I have to do to secure my spots? Just show up. That's all you got to do. Chelsea Hunter. I want to talk about your throat chakra. I want to talk about the feeling that as soon as I look at your photo, I get this stagnancy. Like you're not saying some of the things that you need to be saying in life. You can take 2 steps forward and then take a step back. And it's because you're letting somebody else pass in front of you. Yay! You cannot miss table tipping the night before eclipse. I'm telling you, it is going to be crazy. But it's like you're taking 2 steps forward, Chelsea, taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back because you're allowing people to walk in front of you. I don't exactly, hey, Randy, I'm not exactly sure why they're talking that it's not just anybody. You have some people that you will make exceptions for, and you're like, oh, don't make excuses for other people. Okay. Don't make excuses for other people. But I want you to make sure you're taking care of your own personal energy and stepping forward and being more outspoken. And I don't know what it is you're not talking about, or if you're worried that you're going to offend somebody, or if it's somebody's not ready to hear you living out loud, because I really feel like that's what it's about. It's you living out loud. You need to be able to talk about it. You need to be able to be you. You need to be able to stretch your wings. There's so many incredible things. Are you an energy healer? Because as I'm talking about you, I feel my hands light up like, oh my gosh, you're a healer. And whether whether you're attuned or not, you're still a healer. You are an energy healer. Okay, good. Because you're going to be building on this. You're going to be building on this. I don't know if you're looking for new classes or new things to do, but you're going to have a new rabbit hole to go down. You're going to have a new level of interest that brings you and happiness. So I think that you're going to find that once you start moving forward and expressing yourself a little bit more, and I'm not saying don't be conscious of other people's feelings, but don't hold things in to the point where you're not happy. And I'm not saying, I know this is so weird because I'm not saying you don't talk about what you do, but you have some things that you hold back on. And I think that you come from a long line of healers, and you would be surprised by some of the people that would understand what you're talking about a little bit more than you think they would. And the reason I say that is, as I'm looking at you, as I'm doing this reading, as I'm feeling into this reading, I get this. Think of your Aunt Phyllis, my Aunt Phyllis. I didn't talk about this with anybody in my family because for the longest time, because I didn't want, anybody to think I was weird. I'm over that. But I went and visited with my mom, my Aunt Phyllis, and I hadn't seen her in, 30 years, 20 years. And she sat there and she's like, what do you do for a living? And I just told her, and she told me some of the most wonderful information that just melted my heart, that my grandma was aware of being an intuitive, but didn't say anything about it because she didn't think it was a good thing to be. And that my aunt was an intuitive as well. And they never spoke about it. So it's kind of like, I feel like you could have a little bit more alliance than you think you could. I hope that's helpful. That's what they wanted to go with. Okay. Make sure I have these down here. All right. Can I have a whoop whoop in the room, please? And if you could share to a group that's relevant, that'd be fabulous. All right, let's see. I hope that's helpful. It's not like you don't talk about what you do. That's not it. It's somebody. It just feels like right here. All right. Deborah Hyde. Deborah, I don't know what you do. All I see is, you guys, I can't even see like photos. All I see is these tiny little dots of people. And then I see your name. So what I see here is Deborah Hyde. The thing I want to say is, I don't know if you've had a close call or if you've had a moment where you feel like you should have been down in the dirt or hurt more strongly or more than you should have been. I feel like you have this little voice that says, don't do that today. It's not a good day to do that. And the reason I'm saying this is because I did this one day and I was standing on the porch and I was like, I shouldn't go mess with that horse today. I shouldn't go mess with that horse today. And I got to the barn and the horse said, you shouldn't mess with me today. And I did anyways, because we had a show coming up. I mean, I could not let him go all shaggy. So we had a show coming up, and I took the clippers and I went to clip his head, and he kicked me in the head. And I walked probably 10 feet and then I hit the ground. But I knew that I shouldn't have been there. I knew I shouldn't have been there. You need to be listening to that little voice that says, today's not the day. Today's not the day. Because they're like, this comes full circle. This comes full circle. Let your inner guidance take you and take you away from, harm's way. You have a really great guardian angel. That's really what I'd like to say to this is you have a really great guardian angel, because as I'm talking, you have this really wonderful smell. And I know that sounds really weird, right? But no, I can actually pick up on It's not the scent. I don't get the scent of it. I get the heaviness of there being a scent, and it's guardian angel that stands with you. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that. Pay attention to your inner voice. And if you think you need to walk away from a day's work or take the different way home or whatever, do that. Because you'll be surprised how many times people go, wow, I should have gone that way. And then there was this huge accident, right? So listen to that. I hope that's helpful. And I don't know if one of your feet, if you've had something crush one of your feet or something like that. I just feel like there's been an impact on your foot. Make sure you're taking care of that. I know. Horse. I can't see your profile picture. Is that a horse in your profile picture? Is that a blonde? I just touched a button. Okay. Yes. You have Palomino? Is that Palomino? I'm going to show you guys what I see. Because, I think that people think that we get information off of photos. Look at the photos. That's all I see. These tiny little dots. So I have to really, these little eyes. Okay, butterscotch color. Gotcha. I have blondes. We have 3 blondes and a brunette. Last week I saw a Sasquatch outside my home. Your last reading, I was saying sassy, which is Sasquatch. Charlene, how cool is that? You didn't get any pictures, did you? I would love to see pictures. Here's the thing. Ghosts all day long. I don't have a problem with that. Mediumship, let's roll with it. It'll be fun. Sasquatch, no thank you. I'm not going out Sasquatch hunting. I don't see any need to anger something that can actually walk towards me. I don't see a need to do that. Yeah. Do you have them often outside your home, Charlene? That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Moving on. There's Savannah Joe. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Not really, but it's cool though, right? Because people think they're a myth, right? People think that they're mythology, but I got to tell you, no. I was doing readings one year at an Angels and Aliens conference in Columbus, and my booth happened to, you see them on your reserve. I happened to be next to the Sasquatch Hunters of Ohio. Ohio is one of the highest rated Sasquatch encounters states in the United States. Who would have thought? Ohio. I would have thought Washington State, something like that, right? Laura says they are ET, aren't they? Yes, they are. They absolutely are extraterrestrial in origin. And even before any of this weirdness happened in my life, before anything, when I was still a muggle, Buckeye Bigfoot, when I was still a muggle, I always thought that they were interdimensional. What did I know, right? Interdimensional, and that's why there's no bones. It's because they're interdimensional. They blip in and out. I had no idea. Okay, moving on. Can we have a whoop whoop in the room, please? If you would share to a like-minded group, that would be fabulous. Now is my moment of infomercial. If you're not a member of the My Mystical Life membership, why? As it stands, I know we have a lot more than this, but I'm going to say we have 250 recorded classes in the library. We have been in online now as a group of wonderfully connected soul people for almost 5 years. Unbelievable. But we have 15 live classes each month that you can participate in and learn, and discussions, and we just have a whole lot of fun. But we also do gatherings and meetups and things like that. So if you're on here and you're a My Mystical Life member, can you give me a woohoo? Remember, I know time flies. It does fly. Okay, let's see. Beth Fry, you have been on my mind. Like the last 4 days, actually 3 days, you've been on my mind. How are you? How are you? I'm going to pull you some cards. Classes are amazing and subjects for everyone. Linda Norden, woo! Trudy Gale, woo! Amber Allen, woo! I'll be in Florida for a few days. When are you leaving for Florida, Amber? I'm not sure if she mailed them out or not. I'll have to check. She should have mailed them out. Have people for that? Teresa Gibbs. I will check when I go in the morning. Friday. You leave Friday? Will they get wet in the mailbox? They shouldn't if they're in the box. I will check with her on Friday, tomorrow morning. Okay. Beth Fry. Beth Fry. Beth, are you still here? Oh, Beth. Do. So, Beth, all these pentacles. And of course, pentacles stand for money, but they also stand for stability and quality. Like, how do we feel like we're doing? How's everything in life going? And they're talking about you're balancing things. You're trying to create balance, and you're kind of overworking yourself on this, and missing out. Diana, hello, and missing out on some things for yourself as well. You're walking by things that normally you would have taken up and taken on, but they just seem like they're too much right now. You're like, I can't. Why am I enjoying something? I get this feeling like I feel like overworked. I'm not enjoying anything. I'm having to continue to work, and you're missing out on some of the things you really, really, really want to do. Really want to do. Missing out on some stuff. It's a lot of things about missing out. Choices and decisions. Being thoughtful. Having to take on a lot of mental crap that you're not used to having to take on by yourself. Being super practical. Not doing the craft things you want to do very often. More decisions. So I just feel like you need to take a hot minute for yourself, girl. Make sure you're taking time for yourself. I know that as I am going about doing my thing and you pop into my brain that I should be messaging you going, what is going on? What's going on with Beth? Why is Beth so in my mind? And I just think you have a lot on your shoulders. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Self-care, 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 self-care. Right? Life is a challenge right now. This too shall pass. It's just like seltzer water. Okay. This too shall pass. If you have time, come up this weekend. We have a lot of stuff going on at the shop. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? When's the table tipping? You are going to want to sign up if you can. So you can sign up online. When's the table tipping? It is Sunday night. So Mediumship Gallery is Saturday night. here's what we have going on. I'll do a real quick one down. The make and take candle. My house smells amazing, you guys. I just did 24 of each variety of candles. So I did lemongrass, which smells great. I love lemongrass, lavender, peppermint, and cedar. Let me tell you, do not get peppermint essential oil in your eye. This is a word of caution to the wise. It hurts. Hey, Chris. So we have Make and Take Candle starts at 2:00 on Saturday. We have Life Path Numerology Workshop, which is a free workshop at 5 p.m. on Saturday. That's with Angela Maynard. So we're really, really excited about that. Mediumship Galleries at 6:30 p.m. On Sunday, we're very blessed again to have Heidi and Brad and Sandy come and do the Chakra Dhyana and the 2-hour healing session. Cannot wait. It is so amazing. If you have never been to the Chakra Dhyana or experienced the Chakra Dhyana, it's chanting through your chakra system in addition to this huge healing session that goes on. It's really cool. And then we have Angel Art at 4:00. That is going to be an as you walk through kind of thing. And then table tipping at 6:30 on Sunday. And then Monday, all we have is making moon water between 10 and 2. It's a make and take. People can come in and put their crystals and their herbs in the water, do whatever they want to do. Okay. All those things. And I just have to sit back and go, you know what? It's all going to happen, whatever's going to happen. But we are closing up the back so that we have the back to be able to use for this instead of using the rest of the shop. Yes, you can bring your daughter. She's 11. So she could absolutely do the candles. She can do the Life Path Numerology class. Now, Angela will be doing numerology readings throughout the weekend, you guys. And if you want to book with her online, I can work it with her where you can book online because I have a hookup for her to be able to use the computer. We also have a rock painting on Saturday between 12 and 4. So we have Eclipse rock painting that we're going to be doing. Your daughter would love that, Savannah. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Hey, Autumn. Hey, Gina. Audrey, welcome. Sheila. Laura Burris. Let's do Laura Burris. I don't suggest bringing her to mediumship at 11. That might be a little bit too much, especially if somebody comes across she knows. That can be a lot. And table tipping can freak people out, young kids out. So then I'm going to say probably not to that. But table tipping, you guys, it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind because everybody comes in. They don't expect the table to move. They think it's a parlor trick. And I'm here to tell you it's not. It is physical mediumship at its best. Okay. Yeah, table tipping is really cool. It is really cool. We'll actually be table tipping will happen on the cruise. That's going to be with Dr. I can't remember his name. He did it last time. But we are able to bring our oracle boards onto the boat as well. So I'll be bringing a couple oracle boards. Yeah, Linda Norton's like, that table doesn't. No, definitely not. Nobody's moving it. It is not a trick. It is not. I wish I could explain it other than tables dance and spin. That's right. Okay, so who did I call? I called Laura Burris. Laura, I want to put, and I can't. I don't have that kind of range of movement. Oh God, that hurts. I want to put my head off to one side. I don't know why. Do you have an ear issue, or have you had an ear infection or a sinus infection? Normally, if it's a sinus infection, I get that information like differently. But they want to like, I don't know if you have a neck problem or why they want to put your head off to the side, but they want to put your head like questioning, like what? I don't understand why they want your head tilted, but I physically am not able to do so. So just know that I am representing tilted head here. Bubba. Yeah, Bubba, it freaked Bubba out. Okay. Yes, you slept crooked and your neck hurt today. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you, okay. This is, they're so bossy. I feel like you hold yourself tight. I feel like your whole body is actually pretty tight. You would benefit from some simple stretches, maybe some qigong, something along those lines. But I really feel like you need to get some movement going because you have, I don't want to say an impaction or anything like that, but it's like like something's locked. You need to be a little bit more flexible. Do you get sciatica? Do you get anything lower back here? Like, now I thought I had sciatica and then I got sciatica. Oh my God. That was horrible. But I get back pain. But I mean, do you have something like that in your lower back? And you totally can tell me no. We learn within the nose, don't we? Just mild back pain. Okay. I think that you would really benefit from finding a way to loosen your spine up. I really feel like you could. I keep hearing qigong, so I'm going to just say look up qigong. If you go on YouTube and look up beginners qigong, there's Yochi qigong. She does a fabulous job. It's 20 minutes of stretching, and it is awesome. And you come out on the other side feeling like $1 million. You do it for a week, you feel great. You do it for 2 weeks, you feel amazing. You do it for 3 weeks, pain's gone. So I just feel like you need to find some fluidity in your back. Donna Culverhouse, how are you? I'm not supposed to pull from this deck for you, so yeah, it's just I enjoy doing qigong. I just am not as I get sidetracked and off I go doing something else. Off I go. Okay, here. Motion is lotion. Oh, well, I guess that's your card. Okay. Kindness. Showing random acts of kindness. What this card basically means is put it out there and it's going to come back to you. Hi, Vedra. I can always tell when it's Vedra. Even though I don't see her name, I know she says babies, and it's Vedra. Putting kindness out there to, and it's almost like they want you to see the different sides of things that is going on in life right now. Being able to, when you're having a struggle with somebody else, being able to not, being able to empathize from their angle as well is super, super important. I'm not saying you have to cave or let things be their way, but just being able to look at things from a different angle. And that's going to give you a little bit of, this is funny because it's like, they're not saying you have to compromise. They're not saying you have to compromise. What they're saying is just be able to see it from both angles, and it will be able to help you adjust the way you're looking at things in life. You don't know what to make? I get it. Okay. Hello. You understand. Good. That's what they want you to know. That's it. But you need to stretch more. I'm facing yet another new normal. Oh, I'm sorry, Donna. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room, please? Victoria Peters is new. How are you today, Victoria? All right. Let's see. You're welcome. I'm going to go with, hi, Courtney. I'm going to go with, so I don't keep a list, you guys. I go through, and when my guides tell me that's the person, that's what I do. So you're with Suds Paranormal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Caretaker's guilt is a real struggle. Donna, you got my heart, honey. I gotcha. I gotcha. Sarah McMurray, I want to talk about stress and anxiety and, oh, you don't breathe deep enough. You do not breathe. I was out in the barn before I came in. Sorry. I'm looking at this going, what in the hell is over there? Did not make it any better. Okay. There's a lot of people on here that are understanding the caretaker mode right now. There's a lot of things going on, right? Okay. Oh, look, we have a troll. Got him. Got him. Hi, Donna. We go with who I know that you probably don't see everybody. We have some people on YouTube, a lot of people on Facebook. So I'm going through, I have 8 different feeds coming into here. So that's why you're not seeing everything. Who did I call? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me roll back up here. Sarah McBray. That's who I called. I feel like you don't breathe deep enough, Sarah. I would like to encourage you to, this is so weird. Make sure you feel I understand that part. Thank you. Whack-a-troll champion in the house. I would like you to really concentrate on your breath coming in and filling your gut. Create an exchange of old, that's what you're doing. You're creating an exchange of old energy to new energy. When you are breathing nice and deep, you're letting go of the old crap that we hold on to, that when we're breathing shallowly, we get that, like, I know it's stale. Let's just call it stale, right? Do you work with angels? I'm here. Internet is going in and out. Okay. Sarah, do you work with angels? Are you aware of angels that are around you? Because I'm wondering what you do. Who is that said I'm just special, as I see his Facebook user? And the reason I'm asking this is because Archangel Metatron comes across for you, Sarah. So I'm not sure if you work already intuitively. Hi, Andrea. She's new as well. I'm not sure if you work intuitively or what is going on or why he walks so closely with you. But this is basically the voice of the divine. This is the voice of God. This is whatever you want to call. I believe my dad and granny and grandpa are with me. We talk to them. Archangel Metatron walks. Oh, it's Vedra. Walks with you really, really closely. So this leads me to believe and say that you're probably a closet intuitive. If you're not working intuitively, then you're probably a closet intuitive. You catch a lot of things, but you're missing a lot of messages along the way as well. And that can sound like a bunch of bullshit. I'm sorry. It can. The first time someone said it to me, because I didn't believe in psychics at the time, I just was like, you are insane. I don't know what your problem is, but no. And here we are today. But I'm not sure it's not bullshit. I'm out of the closet and still missing it. I get it, Donna. But there's going to come a time in your life that I feel like you are going to start. I know, tell it like it is. Lisa just throws the punches. You're going to start to see messages around you that whatever it is, the pennies, the flowers, the feathers, whatever it is you're asking for is validation. And you're going to be surprised with yourself. I missed everything before I said my internet was going out. I felt like I'm an intuitive and I'm good at manifesting, but really don't know how to channel or hear. So let me do the infomercial for you. The screen at the bottom is the My Mystical Life membership. That is what we do, is we teach. And this is not me, and you can ask any of the members on here. This is not me trying to drum a business. The people that come into the membership were destined to be in the membership. They are there because they're supposed to be there. But to have Archangel Metatron walk this closely to you really means something. It means something. It's about when you start to see the real validations coming, it's going to be like a 2x4. And it's how I know that's how I started. Like all of a sudden one day I just decided to see, spirit. And thank God I didn't get put away. Seriously. But it can be traumatic. It can be life-changing. It can change the way you see yourself and life in the world. I'm here to tell you, Sarah, you're an intuitive. You're an intuitive. And when Metatron decides that it's time for you to start opening up, there'll be unmistakable 2x4 therapy, like validation, coincidences, synchronicities that you're just not going to be able to avoid. Because Metatron, it's here's the thing. If Raphael walks up and says, "Oh, this is the difference. I think this person might be an intuitive, and I would love to work with them." Raphael, right? And then you get Michael. It's like, "Hey, intuitive, come on." And then I think of Metatron as like word cleaver. You're an intuitive. Get on board. Just like that. I don't know. Actually, for me, and as with everybody, the angels or our guides are going to appear just, he's like, and Heather's right. He's more like, now, bitch. It's really, really, Vedra's starting a new chemo like the umpteenth time. Vedra, our thoughts are always with you, girl. Always. I'm so sorry, honey. Absolutely. Amber's exactly right. Lisa can tell you how it was. It hit her all at once. All of a sudden one day she went, you know what? I'm tired of fighting, basically, right? She's tired of fighting being extraordinary. She was tired. And that's the only way I could put it. I watched her walk against a wall for years and years and years because she just didn't see her own excellence. That's what we are. We're all excellent. And it's not a line of bullshit. It really, really isn't. It is when we dig deep, when we did deep breathing, and we breathe deep, we let everything out, we relax, we let bounty in, all those things. I am not foo-foo. Honest to God. You can ask anybody in the feed that watches on a regular basis. I am not foo-foo. I love what I do, and I love the connection, and it is a game changer. It is a life changer. It's a life changer. You go from, oh, look, here's my life, to, oh my God, look at my life. It's amazing. I want you to be that amazing, Sarah. That's in there. It's right here. It really, really is. And the only person that can do it is you. I'm actually writing a book about this. And I'm going to tell you why I'm writing a book about this. Because it may seem difficult at this stage in the game for us to change who we are. Anybody else run across this in their spiritual journey? We felt, at least I felt when I was opening up, that it was too late for me. I was too old. I was too set in my ways. My friends wouldn't understand all of these things that we feel like we're an established person in life. Why change things when everything's already working? Anybody else feel that? Donna says, I did at one time. I felt called to do readings, workings with angels, tarots, etc. Something pulled me away. Now I feel drawn back to it again. Don't know why. It is our need as we get older, as we see. I know if we get to that point in our life where we start to go, I'm not here forever. I have curiosity. I want to know that I am walking with the divine, that I'm walking with light, and I'm okay with it. And you know what? The most amazing things happened. My guides gave validation to everybody in my circle. Everybody in my circle. It was amazing. It's crazy, right? Anyways, moving on. I thought I was too old, but totally reborn and wonderful. It's hard sometimes, yes, but it's a good kind of hard. We worry about judgment. We worry about what other people's perceptions are. We worry about all these things. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because rising tides raise all ships. When you start to shine, when you start to, I sound like a preacher, but when you start to shine, people can't help but be dazzled. It's the truth. What is the name I mentioned? Metatron. Not to be confused with Megatron, the Transformer. Metatron. Mary says, the real challenge is being surrounded by dark, and you are the only light. Shine brighter. And I'm supposed to tell you to watch The Secret. Make sure that you're manifesting light being around you. Qigong is very interesting, very releasing. Laura, it is very releasing. I love Qigong. On point. Thank you. Aquarius Starseed, 11th house. Thank you. Yes, you cannot worry about what other people think. Hallelujah, Christina. She's like, is there a sermon going on in here? What the heck is going on? My girls need to be, but at the time, my girls are grown. Yeah. You had to go look at Qigong. I love Qigong. I would actually consider doing Qigong like a couple times a week at the shop. I do enjoy it. And I have the full Qigong. I have a full Qigong program, but I don't do it as much. You're very welcome, Sarah. No, I want to do it at the shop, Christina. Where do you know that does it? It would be fun. Okay, onward we move. Here we go to save the day. I'm done preaching, I swear. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room to see who's here? Please share to a relevant group, not Knitters Anonymous, because I get hate mail from them when you do that. No. Did you see all the knitters sending me hate mail? No. You've been potty training all day. Jenna Morrison, how are you? 4424. Have a great portal day. Let's see. Who shall it be? Okay, Susan Bogart. Susan, can you hear me? That's why you forgot to make dinner. You're potty training. Susan, can you hear me? Okay. Hi, Patricia. Okay, so here we go. Aquarius Starseed is new. Welcome. We're building our YouTube following. I don't really go outside my box to try and build a whole lot of stuff. It just happens, but I see that we are building YouTube, and that's kind of exciting. I don't even give two squats about TikTok at this point in my life because I can't keep up with all of these things. Okay, Susan. Susan. Are you in neutral in life? It's my question. Do you feel as if you're not? I feel like I am in an infomercial today. I'm having the hardest time not falling into the not one, but two for $19.99. Okay. Susan, do you feel like you're in neutral in life right now? Because that's the kind of the cards that I have come up for you. Kind of where you're, where am I going? What, I just don't know what to move forward with. I feel so stuck. Just, this should be this way. Right? So you just don't feel supported. And your belief in the things that are spectacular have just kind of faded away. Where are they? You know, there's so much beauty around you all the time. And your own personal power, don't let that slip away. That's like the most important thing. You have to be able to feel powerful. But the thing that robs this is, what is it you're trying to work for? Do you have a goal in life right now? What's the pin that you've put in the board that says, this is where I'm heading? This is where I'm going. This is what I want. You need that. You need that. And then you have to have the faith to say, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Why? Because, damn it, I said it's going to happen. Because I want it to happen. It needs to happen. You need to be able to move forward with faith in yourself and your the cards are all upside down. Absolutely, Patricia. They were all upside down. It's talking to a lack of forward movement, a lack of faith in the processes and our own personal power. There's another one that's upside down. Self-love. And normally this actually says show love with a soft and peaceful energy, right? But I'm going to say this is about self-love. This is about self-love. I love this deck. Your plate is too full. You have to start taking some things off of your plate so that you can actually see clearer. You need to be able to see through the muck and the mire to go, you know what? This is the way I want to go. This is what I'm doing. This is why I want to do it. You need to have some purpose. You need to have some purpose. Also, you need to be working on getting your energy smooth because it's a little bumpy. I feel like I'm running in place like a hamster on a wheel. Yeah, it's time to take some stuff off of your plate, because when you start to be overloaded like that, I am no one to talk. Let me tell you what. I am not one to talk. Really. But I'm doing it. Please set some boundaries for yourself. You're only limited by your perceptions. And that means what can you do to simplify life? It's important. Hallelujah. Simplify. Oh, let me tell my God, I'm still alive. Mary, I would need to see a picture. There's Phaedra. She says, may need to do a deep cleanse of your energy. Hope that's helpful. Oh, hold on one second. I'm so sorry. They said, hey, Susan needs more cards. So they had me pull the tarot. Sorry. Good luck, everybody. No, really. Oh, please. First one is the 8 of Wands. Everybody's like, wands are about, just subscribe to YouTube. Welcome, Aaron. The 8 of the Wands is about passion. And this is about having too much on your plate right here. Okay. This is about having too much on your plate. So I am so sorry to now keep in mind, there is no bad card in the tarot, right? There's just situations and descriptions of things that of circumstances that are going through life, right? So this particular tower talks about, it doesn't matter who you think you are, what your status is, how much money you make, whatever, there can be a fall. This is about a fall. This is about, you have to take time to get your shit together so you don't have to worry about where the pieces are going to fall. That's important, right? Because you have a new beginning coming. The end of something and the beginning of something new. It's not going to be super tragic though, because it was like upside down. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But they're saying, hey, make sure you're taking the time to take care of everything, or everything falls if you don't. It seems like your world may fall apart. It's not going to, right? There's a woman and her child missing from my hometown that is missing. Please send good vibes and that are found safe. Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at you guys preemptively whoop whooping. It's like you know me or something. What do you need? You hear all the things he needs, right? Brand new. Welcome. Okay, now you gotta go. You're making way too much noise. Nobody wants to hear your mess. I'm sorry. Oh, you are so full of crap. I'm gonna close the door. No, you're not telling me what to do. He thinks I'm getting him a cookie. That's what he's doing. He's like, get up, I want a cookie. Seriously, that's what he's doing. He didn't want to go out. He's like, I want a cookie. You will cookie me. And you'll do it now. Now I'm scared. Because he's vengeful. He's a basset hound. He's vengeful. Should I let him back in here? Oh my God, I'm worried. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? He's gonna go do something vengeful. Hey, would you like to come back in here? But you gotta be quiet. You gotta go potty? Here, why don't you go outside? We'll do that. Okay, that sounds better to me. Okay. We have a conversation. Because, well, he doesn't have anybody else to talk to anymore. With Odin gone, that's just me. That's all we got. Okay. Katrina McCabe, this is for you. This is about joyous celebrations and finding a hobby. Finding something you enjoy doing. You got a lot of things going on. You got a lot of forward movement going on in life. I just like the way everything's going for you at the moment. It's really great. That's what they want you to know. Yeah, it's cookie time. I can see your name for whatever reason now, Vedra. Yeah, it's cookie time. He wants his cookie. And if he does not get his cookie when he wants his cookie, he gets stupid vengeful. He will sit here and bark for an hour. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Let's see. Should we do some mediumship? Should we do some mediumship? The way I'm going to do, you met a guy. Oh, that's why they wanted you to have a card. I understand. Okay. This is how I do mediumship, you guys. I'm going to bring across information. This is for you also, Katrina. 10 of Cups, all in the feels. I'm going to bring across information, and it's not going to be great Aunt Gertie wore a purple hat, blah, blah, blah. She was 20 and she died of this. I'm going to bring across information that may be a memory. You may have to stretch back into your memory banks to recall, hey, that sounds really familiar to me, or something along those lines. And the reason I'm going to do mediumship is because I have somebody off on the left, on my right here, my left, your right, kind of already filling the room. So, okay. So I want to talk about I want to talk about somebody that is, it's funny. They're trying to give me references on who this person is by giving me Fiddler on the Roof. Now, I have no idea where this is going because with Fiddler on the Roof, it means a couple things to me. Oh my God, dog. I'm at this door. I am at no, not you. Okay. No, sir. Okay. Sorry. I get this babushka feeling to me, I'm gonna do it. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. This could mean so many different things because it's not in my wheelhouse of information. So, to me, this would mean this would probably be somebody that was either Polish, or from that area of the world. This person represents themselves as being old world looking. Oh God, they give me a headache. She's very chatty. It's a woman, and she talks about work. Fiddler on the Roof. I have a Fiddler on the Roof for a story, but I can't tell it yet. I can't tell it. It involves secrets that my mother doesn't know. So I can't do that. That's all I need is to watch a recording and have her come after me at 53 years old. Anyhow, that was my chair. Sorry. This person also talks about a high level of stress that they would have had in their life. They would have been through some traumatic experiences. I feel like this is somebody's grandmother, great grandmother. I feel like there would have been relevant. Okay, thank you so much. There's a Holocaust feeling that goes with this, by the way, because as I'm dipping into this, I'm getting. They show me a tattoo. They give me a high level of stress. They would have been somebody that would have probably been a child at that time frame. They also had a sinus problem. Their sinuses, they had a sinus issue, and it was something about one side of their head. So maybe they had a weaker eye and hearing on one side, and they had a little bit of drainage. They always carried a tissue with them. Does this make sense to anybody? Oh, God, I hope so, because she's not going to leave. I feel as she got older in life, she would have thinned out quite a bit. She was bulky when she was younger. Your family is from Poland. Were they involved in a concentration camp? Because this person is absolutely talking about that type of situation. As they got older, they got thinner and smaller. So this person wasn't very big. Ava, was your mom in your mom was not in a concentration camp, was she? Your mom was in a concentration camp. Does she answer to yeah? I have a hard time with that, Christine, only because I hear Blazing Saddles with that, like, yeah. Okay, so I have two possibles. Yaya could be a thing, but let me move forward with some more information, see if we can narrow this down a little bit. Don't very rarely get concentration camp Holocaust information. Can anybody validate there being something going on with one side? I know, Christina, that's totally not what we're talking about, right? But it's funny. Totally going on with one side of the head. Like I almost feel like this person would have had their head knocked, like their ears boxed. Meredith. And it's not something you necessarily would have known, but can anybody validate that tissue? Like a linen tissue or a tissue? It doesn't have to be linen. It could be Kleenex. It could be Kleenex. I got corrected. Excuse me. But it would have been maybe not as noticeable to you, anybody else, but the person that had this they would have noticed, because they had drainage. I know it's strange information. I just really feel like there was something that happened to one side of the head that caused a little bit of vision issue and an ear issue. It was like a sinus area over here. Does that make any sense to Ava or Christina? Yes, this is somebody on the other side. Okay, so let me move forward. I highly doubt. This person had a desire to keep everything clean. Like they would have kept their washcloth. They would have kept their washcloth in a certain place, like for the sink. It would have been put in a certain spot. I see tissues with their little old lady forever baklava. Crystal says her left ear just started to ring. Yeah, it's like somebody boxed this person's ear. And so what you got, if you guys don't know, boxing an ear was common practice. It really was a common practice. They would do that to somebody's ear. But what actually happened when you would do that is they create so much pressure that they pop the eardrums, pop in the ear, box in the ears. Okay. Is there any relevance to a gold heart necklace for either one of you? No. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Ava, did you ever remember your mom having a tissue? I know ever, but I mean, did she carry a tissue? Does it have to be a concentration camp or could it be abuse? I feel like it is. I feel like it is Holocaust. Yeah. Ava, tissue all the time. Okay. Okay. That's important. That's important. Can anybody say anything about that desire for neatness in her bra? Okay. I think I know where we're going here, but Ava, can you say whether she always put her washcloth on the sink at the same place? Like, did she fold it in half and put it on the sink, like over the edge? In the middle? Yes. That's where we're at. Okay. This is where we are. I know it seems like silly little pieces of information, you guys, but it's these little things like this that they'll know this about me. They'll know this about me. They'll know that about me. I don't know what it is about the gold heart necklace that she's talking about, but I see a golden heart. So I'm assuming it's a necklace. That's always generally where I go with that stuff like that. But because mediumship isn't about the evidence. It's not about this evidence. It's about the message that comes from that, right? And she wants to talk about, I don't know what that means. I have no idea. She's like, I don't like this. I'm not quite sure what she's talking about yet. Let me see if I can figure this out. I don't know if you have places you should be going or things that you should be planning to do that you're putting off. Like, I don't know if it's a vacation or a move or a job change or whatever it is that she's talking about. You should be moving. You should be moving. Keep going forward. I feel like you're kind of stepped back a little bit on what you should be doing. And she's saying, good God, what are you waiting for? Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You're the only one that can do it. And I don't know why I hear friends in low places. So I don't know if there's some people you need to be stepping away from that are not helping you be the best person you can be. But she's like, keep moving, keep moving. And she's doing this too, by the way. This is how I'm getting this. She's like, keep moving, keep moving. But I don't know if there's people you should be leaving behind or what it is that's going on with that. But she's talking about the friends in low places. It's okay. It's okay. Tradition. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to ask you if you have a question for her. Boy, did I get leaned on for that. You know what she's talking about. Okay. She's talking about there's times you just don't think you know what you want, but you do. She's like, you know what you want to do in life. Fear is definitely a factor on a lot of different things. Oh, this is so easy. She's just wants to know how she's doing. Is she watching over us? Absolutely, every day in every way. The other side, you guys, is truly amazing. It is, they can see everything. All you have to do is think of them and they're there. That is it. All you have to do is think of them and they are there. Always there to be of help. It is infinite. So when we step to a life, we leave a portion of our soul still on the other side, right? So when we go back to the other side, we're like full power. We're in full power. We're full energy again. We can be everywhere all at one time. All you have to do is think of her and she's there, always guiding you. And you're supposed to ask her for specific things. And it doesn't have to be a penny or a feather or anything like that. You can ask her to show you anything throughout the course of a day for validation that she's around, and she'll be able to do that. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful. Okay, we're going to move on. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get there, you guys, but we get there. All right. Can I have a whoop whoop in the room? And let me see who I can bring over. Okay. So I want to talk about a gentleman that I'm going to say probably I'm going to give you the information that I get because I don't want to be led anyway by this because this person is giving me 80s music. But I'm hearing Little Red Corvette by Prince, and no, we're not channeling Prince at the moment. Although that would be a lot of fun and could do that very easily, but we're not going to do that this evening. I hear Little Red Corvette by Prince. This would have been a man that liked his cars. This would have been a man that had dirty fingernails and played the air guitar. Possibly had a motorcycle. And maybe wore cowboy boots. I feel like they were young in the 80s. They were really, because he keeps giving me 80s references. He's showing me Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom, 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 ba, boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. Footloose. Yeah, Footloose. The movie Footloose. I feel like this person might have line danced or felt they could dance or something along those lines. This was an outdoorsy person. I feel like they might have liked to fish. I'd be really surprised if they didn't have acreage or some sort of farm or worked very, very outdoors. They were not afraid of hard work. They didn't mind working. I feel like they died in some sort of oh, that is fuzzy when I go there. Let's see. Where are we at? Can anybody take this gentleman so far? He reminds me of a farmer. He reminds me of a fun, musical kind of farmer. He liked music. Okay, I have 2 in it so far. Okay, so let's pick up some more information. Air guitar music would, of course, been the classic riffs of 80s rock. And he would have thought that Wayne's World was funny. I hear swing in the background. Oh my God. Can somebody take the swing? I know. Everybody's like, swing? Really? We're going to do swing? Can somebody take the swing? Live long and prosper. Yes. Okay. Okay. And I keep going back to Footloose. So Diana's in at the swing. Swing. I like doing mediumship this way because it's about the memories, it's about the laughter, it's about the fun times, it's about all those things, right? Not Great Aunt Gertie was 5'10". She died of a heart attack. Lisa, you ever get pets to cross over to help them cross over? Absolutely, Vedra. They tend to come back though, because they do want to be there to. Yeah, Autumn's out on the swing. Okay, they want to come back and visit a lot. But I find that they usually cross on their own. Do you have an animal that hasn't crossed? He was a friend and an uncle to your son. Okay. So let's see what the message is, Diana. Oh, what are we doing? I don't know. What the hell? So if I were to say, Diana, you just need to help him, not the gentleman I'm talking about, but somebody else. If I said, just help him, be there to lean on. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm sorry, Vedra. I understand it's very hard. And it didn't cross? You understand that? So let me tell you how he pointed this out. It's like he's wearing cowboy boots and he's taking his cowboy boots and he wrote that in sand. Like in dirt. He took the tip of his cowboy boot and he wrote it in the dirt. I don't know if that that means anything with him doing it that way, but I keep hearing 80s music in the background while he's doing it. He's like being, upbeat about it, but be helpful. So that's the message that he has for you, is just help him. Be there for him to lean on, be supportive, be all those things, which you do anyways, I'm sure. But I just feel like, because he gives this person on a bicycle and they feel like they're going and not getting anywhere. And it could be a little bit of depression in there. So that's your puzzle to figure out that, but I'm glad that you understand it. Absolutely. Vedra, so I will say this about pets when they pass. Even if you see them and it doesn't mean that they haven't transitioned, they will always come back to check on you. Like, I see Great Danes around the house all the time. We have had like 12 of them. If I take a dog for a walk, I have 12 dogs going for a walk. And after a while, I feel them all. So don't worry that they're not passed into the light. Just know that they will come back to check on you, just as humans do. We have that time frame as humans, but animals are very clear. They just come back because they love you. Is he still fuzzy about his death? I do have to say, I feel like there was an accident. I didn't put that in there just because I was like, I went to say, I feel like there's an accident. And then I said, I don't know that I can say that. I just didn't feel quite right. So I'm going to say a little. Yes, I still feel like he's a little fuzzy about his death because I couldn't nail that down. I couldn't nail it down. Maybe that poem of 2 sets of footprints. Isn't that a great poem, Vedra? It's a great poem. But yeah, I'm going to say, Diana, and what I'm going to recommend here is make sure that you sit down and have a conversation with them, Diana. You're totally capable of that. You know it. Have a conversation with them and just explain it. Not good. We just have an idea, just don't know who, what, why. So you don't have a clear idea either of how he passed. That's maybe something you could talk to in the group, talk to the group about and say, hey, if you want to have an open discussion evening with a bunch of mediums in the group and see if they can find clarity on it. You don't know who. Gotcha. Never easy. Never easy. All right, everybody. Well, I hope we had fun this evening. It was my relaxing part of my day. I appreciate you being in here with me. What time do I have to be there tomorrow? 1, Ashley. If 1 works for you. You pass slowly. You can come in later if you want, Ashley. I just have to be to Toledo by like 4. You just let me know. All right. Everybody. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And yeah, just let me know if 1 o'clock works for you, Ashley. And it's hard when it's so slow, right, Vedra? Feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. And there we go, you guys. Have a great evening and make sure you click the like button so when you know I'm on again. Hi, Megan. All right, everybody. Have a good night.